Wrapped in mystery and armed with wild, uncontrollable abilities, this brother and sister duo can offer some game-breaking additions to your squad. Join me, Mikey, as we dive into what makes these magicians top tier and how best to control their powers. We meet Rapha in Chapter 3 as she flees from her brother Marach. After saving her, she joins the party as a guest until the chapter finale, where she and Marach can become permanent members. Rapha and Marach are seers and can equip staves and poles for weapons, hats, clothes, and robes for armor. Like your typical caster, you will want to boost your MA stat where possible, as we will get into later. Stats for Rapha and Marach vary slightly, so we will go over them individually. For Rapha, you have 3 move and jump, paired with a 10% class evasion rate. For class stats, you have 100 across the board besides speed, which receives a nice 115 bonus. For growth, we have great HP and MP stats, and standard growth for PA, MA, and speed. Over to Marach now. He gains an additional move at the cost of 2% class evasion rate over his sister. For class stats, we hold on to 100 for our HP and MA, but otherwise get small boosts to our MP, PA, and speed. For growth, we get a slightly better HP stat than Rapha, but otherwise is identical. Now we take a look at the mystical Sky Seer and Nether Seer abilities. First, it's worth noting that you have 50% chance to hit the target tile and 50% chance to hit a random tile. Second, your number of spell strikes is randomized between 1 and 10, but has the highest chances of striking 5 or 6 times, and less likely as the strikes increase towards 10 or decrease towards 1. Now let's take a look at the damage formula for Rapha, which is the power of the ability multiplied by your MA, then multiplied again by half your MA. Marach's formula is the same as Rapha, but is further multiplied by an inverse faith function. Similar to how normal magic is augmented by high faith, Marach relies on his faith and his target's faith being low to maximize damage. Atheist status will not have the effect of lowering his or his target's faith to 0, as the formula looks at the raw stat and not the status. Onto the individual abilities, starting with the lightning-based Heaven and Hell's Wrath, casting in 3 ticks. Rapha gets a power of 10, and Marach gets 22. Fire-based Ashura and Nether Ashura has a cast time of 4 ticks and gives Rapha 11 power and Marach 37. Adamantine Blade and Nether Blade, each cast in 5 ticks, are Wind Elemental and has a power of 12 for Rapha and 40 for Marach. Water-based Maelstrom and Nether Maelstrom cast in 6 ticks with a power of 14 for Rapha and a power of 46 for Marach. Celestial and Corporeal Void spells randomly afflict the space hit in addition to having 8 power for Rapha and 27 for Marach. The possible afflictions include Blind, Confuse, Silence, Toad, Poison, Slow, and Sleep. Last, we have the Earth Elemental, Divinity, and Impiety, giving Rapha 22 power and Marach gets 75. That's all for today's overview of the Seer siblings from War of the Lions, Rapha and Marach. Let everyone know how you enjoy playing with these potent casters in the comments. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and share this video with a friend who also enjoys Final Fantasy Tactics. This is Mikey from Tactics Live Tournament signing off. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, be well everyone.